yo. YouTube, what's good? You already know, man. It's your boy LeBron, female rapper Lee. I am back with another video. Look, you already know how this shit go. If you're new to the channel, please make sure that you subscribe to this video, to this channel. Make sure that you like this video, hit the bell notifications, hit all notifications so you have my videos in your possession each and every time I go live. You know what I'm saying? So look, y'all already know. Today we're going to talk about Nicki Minaj. She's coming to Hulu with the Essence Fest. So we're going to be able to catch that next week. If you're not going to Essence Fest, make sure that you follow all of the prompts and you'll be able to watch Nicki's set from the comfort of your own home. So also we're going to talk about Cardi B. She made some announcement. Now she's going to be having some sort of announcement at the BET Awards. This must be her urban single that she coming out with. You know what I'm saying? And then also I want to talk about this Roe Vs Wade madness. Like, you know what I'm saying? I want to see how a lot of people feel about it. I want to bring up some articles, chit chat about it, and just say how I personally feel about the whole ordeal. So yeah, please make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, subscribe to the handle. This is Female Rap Elite. This is your boy LeRon, and I'm gonna be back real quick. Let me play a song. Let me turn this fucking music off real quick. And
I go down on a dick, go stupid, throwing it back, I'm making him lose it, beating him pussy, abuse it, he on a mission, he looking for you, but I told him I can't get attached, pulling my hair while I'm throwing it back, punching the back, you know I don't lack, stroking the dick when I'm licking the sack, no nasty bitch, blood my neck, romance the bitch, you want a wife, you want a pipe, I'ma need all my beans and shit, like nigga like what? Bad little bitch and I'm keeping it tucked, been and bustin', is you eating or what? No, I like it with the thumb and the no, I like it with the thumb and the what? And you know I'm a freak, denying the dick, you know I'm a cheat, bad little bitch, who wants smoke, you know I'm a chief, keep my foot, bitch's neck, you know I'm a geek, right? I need the bread, I need the cheese, I need the green light, yeah, I need the, look, I need the bread, I need the cheese, I need the green light, yeah, I need the, wanna make that body rock, sit back and,
I'm gon' wrap circles round you. I will wrap circles round you. I'm gon' wrap circles round you. I will wrap circles round you. I'm gon' wrap circles round you. I'm gon' wrap circles round you. I will wrap circles round you. I'm gon' wrap circles round you. LeBron on the beat, all net and the Trisha Sweets. Dutch masters at 2 just to be complete. They want the grill, okay, nigga, get the beef on your face blast. Oh, really don't get your teeth out when they cap city rap city ho. You can spit fast, people know that you slow. Saying you right when we know that you won't, when we know that you don't. Yo, keep your back still. They asking for back still. Feed them rats pills, set them in the trap still. You ain't simply many question why you act ill. With nothing in store, tell me how you snag deals. But I know cause your prices is lower. They offer me more for the nicest to show up. I tower your shit like the Eiffel that go up. But nigga, you know what? Yo, hold up. People be wildin' and blindin' my talent. You act like you don't hear this fire. You a nobody but a well-known liar. You talk too much, keep the jail phones tighter. I know your family's some well-known fighters. COVID with no lid, they spread that virus. In the pandemic, you ain't had a plan in it. Damn, now you done scamming it. This beat, I'ma cross-examine it and relay that. All my niggas ran with it on streets. I'ma take my stance on it and make sure that everybody stands on it. You alternate and what they really want in this. I'm who they choose and you who they often get. It's up to me. I would just dispute the shit. We shoot the shit and figure out what coup to get. Yo, I got it from beginning to the end with the flow, yelling head tight. Kill it with it, no. Put your plant in the window, let it grow. Dealt with a little bit of pain on the low. Yo, some shit will break you. I would rather break through. My verses take 1, my ad-libs take 2. Working on the EP album and it take 2. Drop shit you can relate to. Raps in surplus while you make do. Raps amazing, I would hate too. Raps a circus trying to cage you. These raps is running in and out the same crew. Yo, LeBron is a dawn, my hand on the Quran. And them off-whites can't stand it, I'm on my exit. Reps it, even in Texas, I don't need no motherfucking necklace. Like LeBron on the track, yo, it's more than just he say. My first week, I need it like a Jordan release date. He say, she say, cheesecake in each state. Bring that motherfucking verse in. Yo, LeBron on the track, yo, it's more than just he say. My first week, I need it like a Jordan release date.
yeah, he say, she say, cheesecake at each stage. Bring that motherfucking verse in. Actually, I go back to the studio today. I need to finish up with my one song. I need to just finish up. I can't wait for y'all to hear that shit. That shit came out so dope. I recorded it the other day. My new song, Best Me, coming out. That shit is gonna be so crack. I can't wait till y'all hear that. What? A props, yo, I killed that shit. That shit came out crazy. I just want to go back and just re-listen to it, and then make sure that it's the best to come out. So yeah, I can't wait. Let's see. So what I want to go into first. Let me see. Let's go into this Roe versus Wade thing first. Let's see. Let me go to Google, actually bring up this article real quick. And then I want to read the article. Then I'm going to get my personal opinion. I was trying to find let's see. What is it? Oh, he was making, even a black authority has left. We were posting insults and jokes. No on-ground community outreach strategy jokes that'll show them. Let's see. What is his Twitter? Fuck. Hold on a second. Let me just bring this up real quick. And let's go to the CNN articles, what they're talking about. Now, for some people who have a misunderstanding, abortions are not illegal. The constitutional right was just taken away. That means that, different states, different laws. Like yesterday, my coworker, she was talking to me, right? Like when I came into work, she was like, "Oh my God, did you hear the latest news?" And I was like, "What happened?" She was like, "They banned abortion," just the way that she said it. And I was just like, "Oh, really?" She was like, "Yeah." She was like, "But I'll travel if I have to get one because people don't know." Like, she was like, what if this happened or that happened, or what if the things that people talk about, abuse, like incest and stuff like that, right? So she just said some of those things. I want to just wait till I give my opinion on it or whatever, because I think everybody should have the right to do whatever they want to do with their bodies. I do believe that women do bear the brunt of the burden, because it's like people enjoy sex, and unfortunately people aren't just having sex to just procreate. Like, people trying to have sex, they want to hit it from the back, they want you to be the sneaky link, they want to do all of those things with nothing attached. And the thing is, is sex really even supposed to be enjoyed as like some shit like that? We enjoy it a little bit too much. You know what's so crazy? What if sex, of course, I think that you should enjoy sex, but I think the way people is going about. And I even want to talk about some experiences that I had as a young boy, having several female friends when I was younger, and just a lot of the stories. And I think that I personally think that you should be able to do what you want to, but I do think that there should be, I thought that there was a time frame on it, but we'll get into that. Anyway, let's keep going. So what we're covering here, the Supreme Court overturned Roe vs. Wade Friday, holding that there is no longer a federal constitutional right to an abortion. Right? No federal constitutional right anymore. Going forward, abortion rights will be determined by states unless Congress acts. Make that clear. It's not illegal, but your constitutional right to it is removed. And I think that's huge. That's huge. So let's keep going. What's that? Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Yeah. So President Biden criticized the court ruling, literally taking America back 150 years. So let me make sure this is big enough on the screen. And bring that over. I can't bring that over. Fuck. All right. So dashing progressive hopes. White House says Biden opposed to court expansion and cool on ending filibuster. President Biden does not favor expanding the Supreme Court and hasn't changed his stance on eliminating the filibuster, the White House said Saturday, throwing cold water on the steps some liberal Democrats have called for and wake up the Supreme Court ruling stripping the nationwide right to abortion. Speaking to the reporters aboard Air Force One, Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre said Biden does not agree with calls for court expansion, affirming the stance on the president held as a candidate remains in place, even as he skirted the issue more recently. That is something that the president does not agree with. That is not something that he wants to do, Jean-Pierre said. There was a commission that was put together about how potentially move forward with the court, reform the court. I don't have anything more to share from any final decision that the president has made. Basically, he ain't saying shit. So while running for president, Biden said he was not a fan of expanding the court. Later, he deferred to a commission he established to examine various options for court reform. The commission issued to a final report in December but it does not contain any recommendations, only analysis of various options. No recommendations, only analysis of various options. And Biden has not signaled any intent to act on any ideas since then. Highlight the people that will prove disappointing. That will prove disappointing to. Why did it jump down like that? Hold on a second. Hold on. That will prove disappointing to activists who have who renewed calls for expanding the court in the wake of Friday's decision. Similarly, Jean-Pierre offered little indication Biden had altered his stance on eliminating the filibuster, even if the Senate gained more Democrats who favored those steps. I don't think filibuster will play a role here, she said, suggesting instead that electing more Democratic members to Congress was the principal objective. I hear your point about the filibuster, but if Americans are able to use their voice at the ballot box, bring in more members into Congress that support this issue, then there is movement that we can make. There is a way that we can restore Roe, and that there is the most important thing that is the most important thing that we can do, she said. So Biden has opposed an outright elimination of the legislative filibuster, but has backed certain reforms. But even some Democrats have opposed changes, making any type of reform unlikely. So let's see. Biden will continue to find solutions to ensure abortion rights, White House says. President Joe Biden is going to contribute to find solutions to ensure abortion rights, White House press secretary Karine Jean-Pierre told reporters Saturday, though she declined to offer details on the potential exclusive actions the administration is weighing to do so. So there's been a lot of urgency from the presidency and from the White House on the next steps of this, especially now that we know that the decision was made yesterday, Jean-Pierre told reporters. That's a fucking filibuster. What are you really talking about? So let's see. Reporters traveling on Air Force today highlighting powerful, passionate remarks from Biden at the White House. The press secretary cited two concrete steps from the White House immediately following Friday's ruling overturning Roe vs. Wade, highlighting the administration's move to guarantee access to abortion pills and defend the right to a woman's travel to another state to receive an abortion if the procedure is outlawed in her home state. What I want to know is, right, when insurance companies, how deep is this going to go? If you come from an insurance company that doesn't cover an abortion after XYZ, will they now have to implement into the insurance plan? See, that's going to be an additional rider, I guarantee you. And that even gets too personal. Can I tell you something? When I used to work for an insurance company, I love how they handle things. Shout out to them. I don't even want to say their name where I used to work at. But when I used to work there, right, say you had like something special going on, like say you had an abortion, say you were on HIV medication, say you had certain things, right? When you called into our call center, we didn't know what it was or whatever the case may be. They had certain teams that handled that. And that was it. You never had access to anybody's account who had that situation going on, because it was just like, I really respected them because it was so local that I remember one time, like, this girl had called in, like, and she was just, I noticed her, but she didn't notice me, but I didn't feel comfortable doing it. And she was asking me about some different things, like in the opening of the call. And I said, yeah, let me get her over to somebody else, because I didn't want her to realize it was me. I was like, nah, let me get that out. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I really respected the privacy at this company that I work for, because if you had anything like, cancer and stuff like that would come through. But if you had like HIV, or you was having an abortion, or you had just certain specific things, they had this list. It was like a list. And if any of those calls did pop through and you identified it and it didn't block it, you were supposed to immediately transfer. Like, you know what I'm saying? So yeah. Let's see. So I wonder if insurance companies are going to have to, if they're going to offer a rider, travel rider, because that could get pricey. You got to pay for the flight. Yo, who is this calling me? And it's like, every time I be feeling like when I go live, I be getting phone calls from certain numbers. So it's like, is somebody trying to be funny? Like, I don't understand what the possibility. I'll search it later, but like, stop fucking calling me. Real talk. Stop it. So listen, these two are very concrete, big steps. Give me a second. So we read about them traveling to another state to receive abortion. The procedure is outlawed in their home state. So those two are very concrete, big steps. I know that's using his executive authority. I know people are asking about executive actions. Jean-Pierre said the president is going to continue to find solutions. He's going to continue to talk leading groups. He's going to continue to talk to legal experts on what he can do from his own executive perch. if you will. And so what conversation is going to continue to happen? That's not going to stop. You know what's going to happen with this? I guarantee you, right? This is what's going to happen with health and insurance and stuff, right? And this is going to cause more people to have babies that they don't want, right? I was reading something, I think it was on Paris Milan page. I'm actually going to bring that up, and it's actually interesting, right? This is going to cause people to have babies and mistreat them. Even the people who have kids now and mistreat their kids. It's going to cause more people to have the babies that they didn't want. Because let me tell you what's going to happen. You could have insurance. I'm telling you, I've worked for health insurance on the front lines before. What's going to happen is they might say, hey, we will cover you to do this, well, you know, whatever. But what's going to happen is you're going to have to pay for it up front and submit it to us for reimbursement. How many people you know going to have money to fly to a different state to be able to do that? Pay for the room and board, get all of that shit done, which the insurance will pay for you. But you're going to have to pay for the room and board and do all of that shit to whatever city that you're going to. You know what I'm saying? And when you got to do shit like that on a week's notice, and week's notices like that, sometimes them flights is not that cheap. So you're going to either find yourself getting on a train, taking a flight, or doing some shit. And it's just going to cause, I'm telling you, like, I already see where this is going. I see where this is going. People, how many people you know, and the people will be like, you know, the insurance won't pay for it, or I have to submit. I'm telling you, that's how it's going to go. It's going to be a reimbursement. That's what that's a reimbursement. So, and you better hope that they cover the whole shit, the ticket, all that. So that's going to be something that people have to fight for. You know, I do have some of my opinions. I'm glad that I read some of this article because I was just listening to commentary on it. I didn't actually read any articles yet, but I'm glad that I read that because it made me think about the insurance world. Like, how is that gonna, you know, could you imagine like you calling your insurance company, your medical insurance company, and they call your airline for you and book a flight? No, you're gonna have to pay for that out of pocket. And you better hope that they cover it. You better hope they cover it. Damn, that shit is crazy. So Biden earlier on Saturday called SCOTUS decision painful and devastating, adding that the Supreme Court has made some terrible decisions. Yeah, people injured by vehicle after verbal confrontations during Roe vs. Wade. So, what I will say is this, right? I don't think anybody's constitutional right should be taken away at all, right? I do think that there should be limitations on certain things because I remember when I was younger, like even though I was a friend and just listening to my friends and hearing stuff that they would go through, they would be speaking to guys and like say they ended up fucking around with somebody and then you know they ended up getting pregnant. They would tell the guy, he would beg them to get an abortion. I remember one time we was in the corner store, my friend was in there and she had abortion and the guy came in and was like, yo, good looks, yo, good looks. I said, this nigga just said good looks to you? Like you just gave him some money or some shit? Like that shit was just an easy task. I mean, she felt bad about it after. And it was just like, not even just that friend, but it's just like having multiple friends where it was just like, that was just the way to life. But again, that I'm not a woman. I think that should be up to them if they want to do that. Some of the things that I've heard, and maybe I don't know a lot of, I should, you know, learn more about it, but they were saying that they was going to cap it at a few weeks, at a certain amount of weeks, right? Did they say like 6 weeks or 8 weeks, right? So I think that possibly, now that may be good because I heard that there's different health effects that you could face. Because one of my friends, after she got that shit, she was sick for a while. And I don't know if it's just because that was back in the early 2000s and maybe they've had advancements in that procedure now, but she was sick for a while. And what's so crazy is, no, I'm not going to say that. Well, and then this other lady that I know, she told me that she had one and she was at work just like going through it and bleeding out and shit like that. So, you know, she was like, she just got it because she didn't want to be attached to the person. So that was her right. To do. So I think you should have a right to do whatever you want, but I think maybe, you know, for the protection of, you know, just for being safe, maybe they shouldn't allow, because listen, I'm telling you, I know that you've had to hear this before. In New York, I've heard about people being up to 6 months pregnant and getting rid of their babies. You know what I'm saying? Do you think how do you think that is? Do you think that's still, do you think, do you believe that having an abortion at 6 or 8 months, no, not 8 months, but do you think having it at 6 months, you know, all of the girls upstate New York, I'm from upstate New York, right? All of them. If they would say that they got too far along, they was going to New York City because they would still be able to get an abortion. It would be certain girls where you would see them pregnant and they would be like, I'm not having this baby. And it was just like, that is a right. But it just get crazy. Am I the only one who's seen so many people and they just was like, yeah, I'm getting rid of it? Let me tell you, even this one time, right? With my one friend, I don't even know if this was one of my friends. Who was this girl? I don't even, what's so crazy? I said friend because it was somebody who was around me. I don't know if this was a coworker or something like that, but I remember this story. I almost don't even remember the person who told me this. I want to, but I can't pinpoint. I can't remember, but I just remember that this girl I know, she got pregnant by a guy that she knew that she wasn't keeping the baby by, right? She knew that she wasn't keeping it. And I remember she would always ask me, like, what you doing after work? And I'm like, oh, no. She's like, yeah, I'm definitely going out tonight. I'm going to have drinks, all that. She was like, oh, I'm killing this shit inside of me. I'm killing it. Like, yeah, I'm not having this baby. I'm going to get drinks. I'm going to, yeah, yep. And I remember after like 2 weeks of seeing her, she was like, yeah, that's out. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was just like on to the next. And I do, you know what? Now to have I want to say this, to have to play devil's advocate, I seen how I grew up with my mother, and the brunt of the burden was always on her. Every time something went wrong, it was always on her. Every time we needed something, was always on her. Me and my brother used to sit back. I'm telling you, we used to want some shit sometimes, but one of my oldest brother, he always wanted something extra and bigger outside of what we wanted. Every time Christmas came around, it's like we asked for regular stuff. Oh no, him, not him. He want the most expensive sneakers. He want this. My mom is working on the holidays, working her job at GE, making good money, but then also having to pick up a part-time job because my father ain't in the picture. She don't work 3 jobs and had a stroke. Can't send us to a private school no more because she just tapped the fuck out because she want a better life for her boys. She don't want us in the public schools because she want us to have a better life. Like, like how my mother has 6 siblings, but they still went to Catholic schools. And back in those times, Catholic schools were probably cheaper. But that's the kind of life that she has. So she was trying to duplicate that for us. She ain't have the support from my father. The brunt of the burden barely goes on, like, the men. So this is why I be saying this to ladies. Yo, if you got that father that's really a good father, he really good to his kids and all of that shit, and he want to fight you for the kids, let that nigga fight you. The time should be split up, especially if he's safe. He keep the kids safe. The kids have a good time with him. Don't be jealous. And most of the times kids feel more protected around their dad. They love their mom too, but yeah, they do feel protected. And a lot of girls are daddy girls. What I'm trying to say is I know that parenting can be petty in a lot of times. Shit, you think my mother had to fight my father for us? Hell no. She was the fucking provider. She worked every day. She made sure that we ate every day. We nagged her and called her ass at work. Mommy, bring something home for drink. We drunk everything up. Even though you bought mad shit yesterday, we drunk it all up. Bring more home. Oh, we ate all the food up. We used to stress my mom. I remember it was to a point my mom would go, when we was younger, my mom would go grocery shopping for the week, right? Then once we start getting a little older, she said, no. She said, I got to go grocery shopping like every 2 days. She said, because y'all going to eat all the food up. Boys drinking shit all the time, eating shit up all the time, eat you out a house and home. You know that if you got boys, you know that. It's a lot of pressure that goes on ladies. It is a lot. So I understand. And you know what? We're considering a lot of things with the after effects that you don't realize. And this is why I be telling my nieces at young age, like, do not have any kids. Don't do it. Don't do it. I be telling them stories, like, even about me. I said, one thing about me, like, I don't even have kids, right? But I said, you could do different things that people with kids can't do. I feel like when you have kids, you got to strategize. And even though sometimes it's hard to even save money then, because I even seen shit that my mom went through, right? But you got to strategize. And my mom always made a way my mother made a way out of no way. Like, she would just have that shit on a system to where if she knew that if her money was going to be low and her boys needed to eat, see, that was back in the day where you could go to the grocery store, write a check for your groceries, then write a check over for money to get back. And then by the time the check hit the bank, you still got money and it cleared because your check is there already. So you learn all of those different things. I know I learned you learn a lot from single mothers. I'm gonna be honest. I feel like I learned how to funnel shit. I learned how to push a bill because of my mom. Listen, my mom would get paid and she had to pay that mortgage, and it will be the summertime. Say it's a nice day, like what, it's June 25th. School is out and everything, and you know the bills is coming up, right? She like, okay, I got the mortgage, got my car payment, gotta get food, gotta get this. Damn, that light bill is due. She like, shit, I gotta do something with my boys. And I would hear her say that sometimes. She said, I gotta do something with y'all. And my mother would push a motherfucking bill. And that's how I've learned to push it. Oh, the rent is getting paid first, the car note is getting paid. If the lights gotta be pushed, it's getting fucking pushed. Point blank. Single parents teach you how to strategize. And I learned a lot from my mom like that, to be honest with you. Listen, I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I learned how to I learned how to pay what's important, and I will push a bill on your ass. And some people, they were raised saying their parents being perfect. They don't push bills. They pay everything by the due date. I wasn't raised like that. My mom had to struggle and get it how she lived. Imagine it being September and you got 3 boys that you got to go school shopping for, and then you got to beg and chase the damn dad down to get some money. Then you get the money right before fucking school starts. It's like, shit, we should have been shopping already. Shit crazy. Like, it's a lot that goes with being a mom. So, you know, when you put it like that and you think about what goes into it, yeah. If you got a good dad that wants to be there, like, you know, y'all ain't together and he want to fight you, let that nigga fight you. Like, no, don't even fight. Let him have split that time up. You deserve the break, because being a full time, yo, I promise you. Can you imagine this? I can't even imagine feeling this stress in my body now, right? I can't imagine it. Having 3 boys in the morning, they going slow as fuck. You still got to get to work. You getting to work late and shit. And at that age, we don't know if she getting in trouble. My mother had a corporate position, but we didn't know if she was getting in trouble for being late. And then when we get in the car, oh, we want to stop at the store. I want a cheese Danish. I want to get a hot chocolate. I want this. We in the store going slow as hell. Then she dropping us off. That's a lot of pressure on a woman. I'm telling you, this is why I give it up for my mom. And I always give it up for her all the time, because that's a lot of fucking pressure. That is. And then I understood when my niece mom, when she was young, when we was younger, and she had my niece, she was like, I'm gonna be honest. She said, I don't want to be I don't want to be an independent woman. She's like, I don't want to be an independent woman. I don't want to be that. She was like, I want, you know, the father to do what he's supposed to do. And even though, you know, her and my brother didn't stay together, it's like, you know, my brother now, he's sick, but it's like she has the brunt of the burden. And, you know, I even have conversations with her sometimes where she be being hard. You know, she goes hard and she's very strict on my niece, but she was like, you don't understand. She says, she's like, I'm the bad guy and the mom at the same time. So it's like she gotta, you know, lay it on heavy. So it's just a lot that women go through. Listen, growing up and having women as friends, I would be a liar to be up here to say that I ain't see some fucked up shit, and I ain't see no young teen moms who had babies by even niggas who was in their 30s or who wouldn't stop by, pick their kid up, not in their lives, and all types of just crazy shit. So, yeah, I don't know, but I still kind of feel like this. So, all in all, I say that to say, I still feel like there should be some sort of limitation on how far that can go. Because I'm telling you, in New York, there was this one girl, she was up to 6 months, and she was like, I'm not keeping this shit. She said, I'm about to go to the city. This baby is coming out. But was that her decision? All of them girls would say from upstate, they'd be like, I'm going to the city. I'm getting this shit taken out. That baby getting taken out. That one girl I knew, she was getting drunk every weekend. She was like, I'm not keeping this shit. Nope. And she was very like, just like, no, I'm not doing it. Nope. Then this other girl I knew, she ended up really being successful in life, and she ended up getting pregnant in high school. And then I remember, like, we could all see it, but she never confirmed that shit. She was a classy bitch. She got that abortion. She moved on. Right now, she's good. You know, she doing really, really good. She's actually one of the people who I know who's doing the best from the area who I know. And right then, it just wasn't the time. So yes, I do think that she should have been able to do that if she wants to. You know, everybody's story is not the same. And I feel like my life would have been different had things gone different for my mother. You know, my mom was a young teen mom, but she came from a family that was really, really proud. So when my mom had my brother at a young age, you know, she didn't have that procedure. But what happened was, it wasn't swept under the rug, but my grandparents basically raised my brother so my mom could continue on to go to her life. Could you imagine? And I think that is truly what family support should be across the board, and what everybody should receive. And then could you imagine if that did happen to every young girl at the age of 15, 16, and her family still orchestrated, mommy and daddy was together, so they raised your little baby while you went to school and still was able to go get your degree so that you was able to be a positive human being. in society, like that would everybody's trajectory would be different. And I realized that, and I realized that I'm fortunate because every young teen mom didn't have my mom's story. But see, you won't believe it. Even in my family, my mom is still kind of frowned upon as being that, even at her age now, she's still frowned upon as being a young parent when she was younger. I'm telling you. Yep. But she made lemonade out of it, and you know that it's like the stock where you come from, the stock of people who you come from. So that's how that lets me know that I come from good people. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people, they get pregnant, and a lot of girls that I grew up and I went to school with, as soon as they got pregnant at 16, 17, they had to get out and get their own apartment. They started getting a wick. They were struggling with their little baby, you know, still dealing with their hood niggas and doing all types of shit, smoking around their babies. They kind of grew up with their babies. Nah, only my one friend, you know, she had her baby and her mom used to keep that baby all the time. She'd be like, nope, I don't know what the hell you doing. You better go. You know, she used to be like, go live your life, go out. She would send her out with us. We would go to the mall and shit. She was keeping that money though. One thing my friend mom did, I used to feel bad for her though, because when I was younger, I really loved my mom because I would get paid and then be still wanting money. And she would still, you know, do it, give it to me. But my friend mom, even though now I understand though, you had a fucking baby. So back then we was like 17 years old. We getting a $500 paycheck every 2 weeks. My friend mom would be like, nope, you got to leave a lot of that money home. You got a daughter, but she would still let her and still send her out. She'd be like, nope, the baby, fine. I'm gonna keep the baby. You go out and you still be a kid or whatever. But you know, she didn't have her dad there and shit like that. So, but yeah, my mom was very fortunate. But at the end of the day, she still got stuck with the brunt of the burden, raising all of us. You know, that's a lot. 3 boys, that's a lot. And my father was still in our life, but he wasn't there like my mom. When you gotta hold the household down every single day, like, come on, that's a lot. Birthdays wasn't on my dad. Shit, on your birthday, you might get a 10, 15, $20. Like back then in the 90s, that was a lot of money then to a little kid. You get a little $20 bill on your birthday. But the brunt of the burden was, mommy, I want this. Mommy, I want that. My little nasty ass attitude waking up on Christmas. My mother will always put the test to me. I'm gonna talk to her about that. I don't know why she used to do that to me. If it was something she knew that I wanted, I love her so much, but she was so wrong for this. If it was something that she knew I wanted, she would make me wait to the end of the day. And I feel like she wanted to see how nasty I was going to be and how much of an attitude I was going to have. And I would get quiet. I would be mad. And then when I would come back from my grandfather's house, she would go in her room and pull it out and give it to me. And I would be like, oh my God, I would feel so mad. I would be like, damn, like, you know what I'm saying? Because I remember when everybody was wearing starters, right? I wanted a starter jacket so bad. And I asked my mother for it. It wasn't under the tree. I ain't asked no questions. I ain't get it. I just ain't get it. But I got mad other shit though. So I was still blessed, but I was just like, I ain't get my jacket. And I still didn't get a starter jacket. I ended up getting this sports jacket that I still ended up loving. It wasn't a starter jacket, but I was still happy she got it for me. But I was a spoiled brat, but I was the youngest. You know what I'm saying? We all had a role in the family. My brother, who was the oldest, he was spoiled. I was spoiled. My mother spoiled my brother in the middle too. He got his way too, even though the middle child always feel like the younger and the oldest gets everything. But he was blessed too. He just ain't realize it. Like, my brother, the middle one, he think that he get it the roughest. You don't. We all just play a role. And we all got spoiled in ways. Like, come on. Come on. My mom used to play that lottery. She used to always, it was just something like she would play this one number all the time. And I remember we would watch the lottery every night as little kids in the 90s, right? I remember my brother, he was in there watching that shit. We was watching it. The number came out 774. We were so fucking happy. We started jumping up and down. My mother, we ran and got the lottery ticket. I remember that's when Walmart just opened up in the 90s. We got the first Walmart up in our area that opened up, period, in America. So we went to Walmart. My mother bought us video games and stuff. It was like we were spending her money before she could even fucking do it. That's what a mother is like. And I'm just happy that I came through this existence and experienced that. It's a blessing to have that because it's a lot that women go through. It's a lot that they go through. Because my mother could have easily just not gave a fuck. Like, you know, she could have easily just not cared. And, you know, being a mother and shit, that shit is hard. It's a lot of pressure when the kids is bad in school and you a single parent, the dad is in the same city, but you dealing with all the issues going to the school. You know what I'm saying? The shit is rough. Yes, please make sure you subscribe to the channel. I know I was just blabbing this shit, but I remember getting nothing for Christmas for years as a child. Christmas is a sad and happy time for me. But what you do as an adult, you heal yourself and start doing stuff for yourself as an adult. Listen, they mistreat pregnant black women at these hospitals. Exactly. And then a lot of black women nowadays, they getting taken out by the guys. That's a weird thing. So ultimately, I think you should be able to make your own decision. I do think that there should be some time frame, because that could impact you. Because I'm telling you, do I want to be personal? Yeah, because yeah, I could say that because it took my mom a long time to tell me that story. But she told me, she was like, after me, after she had me. So I was born in '83. So after she had me, she was like, she was dealing with some guy like in the early '90s, and she was like, she already had kids, and she was like, she ended up getting pregnant by him, and she was just like, she didn't want to be attached to him. She just didn't want it, and she was just like, she had that procedure, and she was like, she remember being at work at GE and just was like sick like for a long time. I don't know how far along she was. We didn't get into that. My mom told me a lot of the little things that happened to her, like once she got older. Like it was so crazy. I remember when we was at the funeral for my grandfather, and we was in the parking lot, and she told us when they was little girls that her half brother had molested her and her sister. Yep. She told me. She never told me that before. I don't know what type of relief she got from doing that. I don't know how long she held it in. She was just waiting for us to be adults. But yeah. Um, mhm. And who knows if that was the cause of her to be younger and getting into what, like, you don't know. You don't know. A lot of your parents go through shit and you might not even know the shit, the extent. One thing I always try to say to my friends who have like who have parents who are like really, really dysfunction. We all have some sort of dysfunction. I believe nobody's perfect. But one thing that I always try to say, if you think for one moment, right, I want you to vision this in your eyes. And even though you can't see this because you've been the child, but envision your mom as a child and think about how people treated her. I think that would make you want to love her more. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, think about who treated her, who broke her heart, who did something to her. Is this the reason why she is? And I guarantee you, if you confront her with it, she might even cry. So it's like a lot of people out here, they just thinking that their parents is the way that they are. Like I be trying to have talk to my niece, like because with my niece, right, she had a situation. Her mom was on drugs really bad when she was younger. She was raised by her grandmother, and her grandmother raised like 8 grandchildren. There was an uncle in the house that was molesting all of the girls. So it was a lot of pain and trauma in that. So now her mother broke the generational curse. She's not on drugs. She excels well. She has a really amazing, she has a doctorate degree. She does really well for herself. I would say she makes poor decisions in men, and my niece even identified that at 13 years old. She does really well, but she's not. She's a great mom as far as like I would say this. My niece goes to a private school, to a Catholic school. She's well taken care of. She gets allowance. She's taken care of, but she's talked to crazy, and it's like her mom is a mom. She's better than what her mom was, but she's not one of those mommies who's gonna be like she's just rough. She's rough. And from the outside, you could look at it and be like, my niece be talking to me. She always be like, every time I get into it with my mom, she always tell me how blessed I should be because I have this and that and this and that. She was like, I didn't ask you for that though. So it's like we feeling like we doing better for our kids, that even though we talk to them like shit, that they should just be happy with it. And that's not right. And they didn't ask you for that. She didn't ask to go to the private school. You don't want her to go to the public school because you feel like how you were when you were younger. And I try to tell my niece, I said, at the age you are now, it's like I think I met her mom maybe like I think I met her mom at like 16 or 17. But I said, y'all different people. I said to be honest, I said, you honestly coming back for everything I feel like we didn't give. She does so well in everything in school. She's just a really good. She does really good in school. And unfortunately, when you go to them private schools, sometimes they don't even offer additional things. Like she does hair a lot. She does hair and shit good. And she needs to do cosmetology. I said, you need that under your belt. You need that. I said, because I said, real talk, you be so used to doing these braids and you want to do weaves and shit. I said, you need to know how to do real hair, because that's what's always going to save you. Like when I be seeing girls on YouTube doing those tutorials where somebody have alopecia and they can make their hair look regular because they'll blend it and do it. I said, you need to know how to do regular hair. I said, all of that braiding and shit is cool, but you might want to work easier. And that's going to be a lot of stress on your hands and your fingers too. You might want to do weaves or do something like that. And now she's starting to wear a little sewn-in weave. So maybe you could flip that and do that for girls in your school and make your little money. Do your little sewings, get like $70 and I be trying to teach her how to be in business. I be like, when you see girls in your school and they hair messed up, don't look at them to joke on them. Be like, yo, I could do your hair. That's how you be like, I could do your hair, whatever. And that's how you build. And that's how you make your money. Point blank. That's what it is. I said you don't want to spend your weekends doing braids every weekend because that's what my niece want to do. She's obsessed with doing these knotless braids, and she want to do everybody hair in knotless braids. I'm like, nah, that should take some time. Like you need to do something where you could just get it done, or do a ponytail or something. I said, do you even do ponytails? Like she like, no, I don't do that. She only do braids. That takes a lot of time out of the young girl's life. You don't be spending your weekends braiding every damn weekend. That's what I'm saying. For a young girl like that, she would do that for her little high school age friends. Yeah, I think that would be, you know what I'm saying? Braids cause carpal tunnel, you know. So listen, yeah. So when you put it like that, when I think about as far as like the custodial parent, which is typically the mom, like when I see families, honestly, when I see black families and they're together, when I see a mom and dad together and they're a black family, I don't know what's going on behind closed doors, but I'm happy about it. But one thing about me, I figured out at a very early age, and I think it could have even been kindergarten, but I remember being younger with my dad and he bringing me around and going to different like women's house and shit like that. So I understood my dad, that's my dad. And I understood my mom, that's my mom, but that's my custodial parent. Like, she just did everything that we liked as kids. I remember my mom, we would go be with my father like for the whole day. And then we would get dropped off at the end of the day. I would say my goodbyes to my father when I got out the car. I'd run my ass in the house. My mother was cooking some good ass meal or whatever. And she'd be like, did y'all eat? And I'll be like, nope. Because I didn't want to eat what he gave us. See, my father would always try to feed us some shit we ain't fucking want. So I remember my father came in the house and I was sitting down at the table. He tried to be slick. He was low key. My father was, I can't say he was a narcissist, but he tried to catch us out there sometimes. So, I think what it was as a little kid, I hopped out that car too quick. Cause you got to think about it. The same way that I watched it, maybe he felt an energy from me. So I was like, I think I got out the car. I was like, bye, daddy. Just slammed the door real quick and just went in the house. And my brothers was just like taking their time. So maybe that sent the alarms off. He probably was like, nah, let me get the fuck out this car. So he came in the house. I was already sitting at the table. So that nigga came in, walking in. I looked at him. He looked at me. He said, he told you he ate. He said he ain't eating. That's what my mother said, because that's what I told her. He said, that's strike one. He said, after strike three, you're getting your ass beat. We had that policy when we was younger. If you lied 3 times in a row, at that 3rd time, you getting your ass beat. Yep. So I was sitting at that table and he came in and my mother was making I think it was spaghetti or something, whatever she was making. And I just wanted it because I love that. My mom would make spaghetti. See, some people make spaghetti and they mix it all together. My mom makes spaghetti. The sauce is separate. The noodles are separate. And I just wanted my mom will always put butter in our pasta. So I just wanted the noodles. Like, that's what I really wanted. And he was like, he told you what he said he ate? He ate already. He looked at me. He said, strike one. Yup, strike one, nigga. So yeah, my dad was a asshole as far as strict and shit, but he, and we thought he was a little abusive because he would beat our ass over this simplest shit. Like, he didn't understand, like, being 12 and 13 years old. He'd be like, okay, he'd come over and he'd be like, what you doing today? Say he came over, right? And he'd be like, okay, you need to wash your sheets, do your clothes and stuff like that. I'm gonna come back or whatever at 5 o'clock. But what he don't realize, when you 10 and 11 years old and you sharing, like, my mom and my aunt, they owned the house together. So they had washers and dryers downstairs. But on the weekend, what do adults do? They do their laundry. My aunt is washing her stuff for her whole family. And then, when you using, so, my aunt had her own washer. We had our own washer and we would share the dryer. So when she's doing laundry, she using both washers. Understood. Yeah, use your own. Yeah, use both. Because when we had a lot of stuff to use, we would use their washer too. So we use both because, you want to get your shit done quicker. So my dad, he was just like, he came back. I think he came at like 10 in the morning, and then he came back at like 2 and was like, nigga, you ain't wash your sheets and shit. I'm like, she's doing laundry. And I remember I got fucked up for that shit. And I was like, how you fuck me up for not having my stuff done? I said, she's doing, and you don't understand that. When a person is doing their laundry and they got that shit sitting, you can't just pull their stuff out. Like, nah, especially as no young, I'm not taking nobody's stuff out. Like, that's nah. We ain't at no damn random laundromat. That's her stuff. She was being quick about it and doing it. You just got to wait your turn. So my dad will fuck you up for anything. That just was a. But you know, that's based out how he was raised. He was one of those, like the way that my family was. You know, his mom and dad, they broke up, and then it was like the New York edition. Um, my aunts and uncles had some of my aunts and uncles moved to New York and shit with my grandmother, and then my father was a part of the ones who stayed in North Carolina with the father. So yeah, that's how that was. And then when my father ended up coming to New York, that's how he met my mom, who was from New York. But yeah, did you ground her for life? Only 12-year-old, I mean. Let's see, my stepdaughter ran away last week, only with 2 years old, and was with these little boys in the projects. But what's causing her to do that? Something causing her to do that. You know what I'm saying? Damn. She's only 12 years old. Ask her why she did it, girl. She lives with her mom, but tell me why out of everyone who called her phone and texted her, she only responded to me. You should have lunch or something with her. Do something special with her and try to like bring her to like somewhere and just talk to her. Be like, what's going on with you? Like, let her know the dangers and shit of what's real in this world. Like, you know, she's so young and you got a way of turning your life around for the better. You don't want to go down that path. You don't want to be one of these young moms push. Did I tell you something? How this shit was just like a fashion show back in the days in the 90s. It was almost like crazy, but they ain't realized the struggle that came with it. But it was almost like to a point where pushing the stroller around was like, it was like some fashion statement. Like, and then girls even started to make jokes. She was like, oh, you know, it's the summertime, or you're going to start seeing this mad white uptowns, which is Air Force Ones and baby strollers. So that's beside the point, though. But I just want to say, I think removing the constitutional right, that's huge. I don't think that should ever be taken away. I think that the same limitations or whatever it is now, I don't know. I don't even know the limitations that they have on abortions now, but why can't they just keep shit the way that it is? Like, why you got to remove the constitutional rights? Like, they want to make a statement by doing that. Let's see. Same with my dad. He could feel my energy. He knows I'm not with it. Hell yeah. My mom, she cooked that good food. See, my dad, he was one of those people, he didn't really make pasta and stuff. He tried to be like a health junkie and shit like that. So when we went over his house, he would go to the fish market and buy like fish and cook us like fish and like, you know, make it like that. If it was your birthday, he might even like, he ain't putting no flour on it. He's going to take the fresh fish from the market and fry it up like that in the oil with no flour or no nothing. Like he was inspired by like a lot of just other shit. Like he would make us, if he did make, he would make rice sometimes, and maybe he would put like some stewed tomatoes over it or something. I did like that, but I liked how my mom cooked because she made savory stuff. He's like, yeah, I know if your mom cooks, she gonna make spaghetti. He was like, I would want some, but she's like, I know she put butter in the pasta, and I don't want that in mine. Well, nigga, you don't gotta have it. But that's why I love it. I think that butter is the reason why I like vegetables now. I like all vegetables. I'm telling you, the way even my grandfather, he would make some stuff. I didn't like his butter beans, but the way my mom would hook some butter beans up, you know, that's old school. I love the way she made butter beans because she would put some seasoning in it. She would put some butter in it. And that's why I love Brussels sprouts too. So that's why I couldn't believe I'm like, you don't like Brussels sprouts? I'm like, oh, you must have never had it with some fucking, you know how people be putting that butter in and then be seasoning it up. And then when I got older, one of my friends like down in Houston, I had fucking the best Brussels sprouts. They was like with bacon in it and onions and garlic. And that shit was just like, that shit was good. Some women do need abortions unattached from these toxic ass men who use kids as a pawn tool. You're right about that. Like the women, like, listen, so many tragic things happen every day. We soon to forget about it. What about the woman who was just in the daycare center the other day and the boyfriend came into the daycare center and took her out while she was holding the baby and the baby had blood all over her? There's so many crazy stories happening every day that it's crazy. Like so many horrible stories happening every day involving women and children. So let her know that these streets ain't where she want to be. She was the worst projects ever out here. I ordered food, we watched movies, hung out, had girl talk and all that. Text her, call her daily now. Yeah, tell her you don't want to make that decision. It's like you don't want to do things that's going to cause irreparable harm. Like if you burn dinner, you can get more dinner. You know what I'm saying? If you fail a class, you can always do better the next time. Or you can do the class over. You know, if you keep the iron on the shirt and there's a mark in it, you can get a new shirt, you know? But getting pregnant and doing all of that is like, nah. I'm not. No, I think that's your choice of what you wanted, but it's a whole other life outside of that. Yo, I don't even remember this shit when we were sitting on the steps one time, and it was these girls. I'm not even gonna say exactly who it was, but this one girl had a baby, and the other girls didn't have a baby. And I could just remember the one energy from this other girl, because the girl who had a baby was speaking from this very limited place, like, well, you know, you can't do whatever, whatever. And I just remember the girl on the steps, and she was just like, I could do whatever I want to because I don't have kids. She was like, I can't. Yeah, she's like, I could live like a person who don't got kids. And that's what put me in a mind frame. So when I be telling that shit to y'all now, where she's just like, yo, when you don't have no kids, you can have $20 to payday. You could have $20 up into it. But when you got kids, you got to strategize different. That's what I'm telling you, how my mom used to have that system where she was like, she knew she needed money to feed us and shit like that. Oh, she was going to go to the store and write a check for some food, and she going to get some money and some cash back to put gas in her car or wherever she needed until that check hit. But you gotta have a strategy. But when you single, like, I don't gotta listen. I could go literally out every day, and I do that a lot. I got fruit and vegetables at my house, but I don't really keep a lot of meat. When I typically eat meat, I typically buy it like, you know, the day of or whatever, and I cook it. I don't really keep a lot of food in my house, to be honest with you. I keep a lot of fruits and drinks and beverages. Like if you come over here, you'll always be able to get something good to drink. I always got some good canned sparkling water or some juices and some fruit and stuff like that. But I'm not gonna have a lot of like chicken and, you know, stuff like that. And you know, the other day I had some chicken and I made it, and that shit kind of gave me this really bad indigestion the other day. So I was like, damn, I don't know. Make it stretch. Some just want a paycheck. I love Brussels sprouts. Yep, I love Brussels sprouts sauteed with some damn bacon in it. Them real bacon bits. Oh, I'm thinking about going to get my favorite pizza today, but I need to be good. I was like, nah, I need to think about all of the money that I spent throughout the week, and I need to embrace that. And I need to add that money before I end up fucking it over, because I'm bound to. I want to so bad. Like, because I paid my rent earlier. I paid my July rent already earlier in the month. When I got my first check for the month of June, I was like, yep, let me match this out. They gave us a bonus. Let me put this bonus to use. So I was like, damn, I'm kind of free now. So what should I do? I really should push that shit a little further too. I could do that, but that's whack. I really could pay something or enjoy it. And I want to enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? We spoke about Nicki yet? No, we were speaking about with him. We were speaking about this whole abortion Roe vs. Wade for 52 minutes. No, so let me bring this up real quick. Let me stop sharing this actually. And then let me go to Twitter. There's so much to say about that. I feel like, and I was watching, hold on a second. Give me 1 second. I was watching Scotty by Nature channel last night, and I was gonna go on his panel and speak on his channel, but I was busy last night and ended up going out and getting food and shit. So I told him, I was like, this topic is so huge, and you can spin it so many different ways that, you know, you could have a different show. So if he goes live later, I might go on his show and chit chat about it, because I do think that you should look at your experience and I think a lot of people discount, you know, they just look at it like, oh, I was raised or whatever. A lot of us have single parents, and especially if you had multiple children, how do you think your mom handled that? Don't you think that was a lot of stress, especially if your damn siblings or even you yourself was you know, not the best type of child, and you always had some sort of, you know, behavioral issue, and you caused trauma and stress to your mother and shit. It's like that shit causes stress on a person. It does. That shit causes it's listen, man. I couldn't imagine. Every holiday come around, my mom got to make sure we all got nice little outfits for the holidays, make sure that we look like somebody, make sure that our haircut is cut every week, every 2 weeks, making sure, you know, that's a lot. That's a lot. One thing I can remember on that Saturday morning, my mom, if we had to go to church sometimes, and I can remember when the money would get low sometimes, and we had our little afro, she'd be like, oh, let me put some, she's like, yeah, I'm gonna condition your hair, do something to it, because you ain't getting your hair cut this week. So let me just pick it out and put some grease in it and do something to it, or whatever the case may be. That would be like if the money was low or whatever, right? But Yeah, moms get the brunt of the burden. Why wasn't the haircut? And then I remember it got to a point my dad was trying to cut our hair for a minute, trying to save money on my mom doing that. Whatever. I like going to the barbershop because it was a whole process. And I would know how to make money in the barbershop because I would do little slick shit sometimes. I did it. I did it one time I could remember because I felt bad because I didn't want to have my mom waiting. And this is how you could tell what emotional intelligence is too, even at a young age. I was in the barbershop one time and it was my time to get my haircut, right? And I figured this is a way to make money. So it was this guy. He will always try to jump in front of other people, but he would be like, hey, he'd be like, can I go next? I'll give you $5. And then when I was younger, I'm like, hell yeah, give me that $5. My mother is wondering what's taking you so long to come out of here. And I felt so bad. And I don't even think I told her about it. Maybe I did tell her about it. I think maybe I did. I don't know, but I felt bad for even making her wait because we was on like Swan Street in the hood at that time. It's like shit, but we love the whole process because I'm telling you, as a little boy, everything is a process. Like it is. That shit is. If you go to the barbershop, it's the candy store right next door. So if it's on a good Saturday, mommy is definitely giving you money to go to the candy store after. So when she got that car double parked outside and we run outside, we going right in the candy store, getting our shit, and then we going into the car. That's it. Being a mom is a blessing and being able, because that love, kids need that love. They really, really do. They really, really do. So let me go to Twitter and bring this shit up real quick. Let's see. Nicki Minaj, Hulu. Let's see. Essence Fest will be live stream on Hulu. I'm gonna make sure. When is the Essence Fest? Next Friday. Make sure I don't know. I might have to go hang out with one of my friends if they don't have COVID again. Go check that out. Let's see. You basically low key tried to rush me talking about did we speak about Nicki yet? I understand what you tried to do. You think you slick. You think you slick. That was a little passive aggressive too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I see what you tried to do. Anyway, Essence Fest will be live streamed on Hulu. Nicki Minaj will be headlining on July 1st. So I guess that was announced today. I thought that it was going to be some sort of way I thought it was going to be like something where you had to go through essencefest.com and go through there, but I guess it's going to be available on Hulu. So this is going to be big. This is going to be big for her as far as like streaming and shit like that too. Because the more people, when concerts go, people stream, they buy songs and shit like that. So it just helps out. So I'm excited about that because the Essence Fest is one festival that is requiring that you have you be vaccinated, and I'm not vaccinated, so I'm not going to that. I really wanted to. When the Essence Fest was announced, I was excited. I was like, yeah, because going to New Orleans and shit like that, I was excited. And then when I started to read the details, people was messaging me at that time, and that situation is very sensitive to me because I feel like I know and seen a trend of a lot of people having heart attacks after they experienced receiving that jab, and they're no longer here with us no more. I see a lot of angry family members online that are mad about that situation. You might not know about it because you might not put two and two together. Even if you experienced a family member having that type of situation, you might not put it together. But a lot of people who had that jab, they did experience heart attacks and myocarditis or whatever that shit is, whatever. All right. So, unfortunately, I couldn't go to Essence Fest because I don't have that. I don't have any type of verification like that. So that's that. Let's see. Top. Yep. So Hulu. So Nicki Stream Team. Essence Fest will be live stream on Hulu. Nicki Minaj will be headlining. If you don't have Hulu, get a free trial. So that's dope. So this says, how do I find Essence Festival of Culture live stream on Hulu? You can find Essence Festival of Culture on the Hulu home screen or go to search bar and type in Essence Festival of Culture. Who can watch the Essence Festival of Culture on Hulu? All you need is Hulu no ads, or Hulu Plus live stream subscription. New and eligible returning subscribers can sign up for a free trial to start streaming today. Cancel anytime. Will viewers be able to watch Essence Festival of Culture on demand after the live stream? Essence Festival of Culture would not be available to stream after the event has been occurred. Nicki is practicing hard for this. Yes, I can't wait to see what she gonna enter the stage with. I hope she opened the show up with like some shit from the old club days, like Itty Bitty Piggy. I would love to see mad dancers on the stage and the beat even go like crazy, switch it up, and then she just comes to the stage. You know what I'm saying? I would like to see something different. Because what does she typically? Well, she typically opens the show up with whatever song she's leading with at that time, but I don't think she's gonna open it to "Do We Have a Problem?" But I do want to see a performance of that song too. Let's see. I love this Hulu. I got to get that. We talk about Nicki new music yet? Nicki got new music. Put me onto it. I completely agree. Something in that jab. Exactly. I might have to get Hulu again just for this. Yeah. Right. I'm not willing to take the jab. Nope. And I ain't get it yet either. And if I had it, I ain't know about it, but I ain't get it yet. I take vitamins every day. I take pretty good care of myself. I don't, and if it happens, and let me tell you something, I think when life gets real, when you start to get older, I hate to say this, right? But I seen and felt and experienced some of the best people going. If I was to go, what makes me more special than them? We just seen little kids get taken out of school. That's not going to make me get a jab or anything like that. Nope. If I get it and I have to go out, then I'm just going out. Like I've seen and experienced some amazing people going away within the past few years. And this is what I told you, like, death is not something that I want, but every day I'm learning how to be okay with it as it happens. Like, you just don't know. Nothing is safe. Little kids are not safe at schools anymore. Mothers are not safe with, going to work and working and, their children aren't safe. And, just like that girl where her baby was beat by her friend while she was at work and the baby is no longer here. What's so crazy? I felt like this was insensitive to say, so I didn't say it at the time. But I was gonna say, I hope she don't have no more kids. I hope she take all that money from that GoFundMe and she starts a new life in a new city. She's able to just heal and move on. Hold on a second. I want to bring that up actually. No, I'm not gonna bring that up. I'll bring it up for myself. I want to see where she at. Oh yeah, she got the 74. She got the 74,000. That's amazing. Hopefully she could take that, change her life, pay for the funeral services, and she still got the 74,000 and said that it was amazing people on the back end reaching out, wanting to pay for her services for her son. So hopefully she could take that money as a donation. Do you got to pay taxes on the donation? I don't think you do, right? Hopefully she could take that money and she can change her life. Hopefully she could take it and move. I'm pretty sure her support system is where she's at, so she's going to want to be close to that. But, local people, and they start seeing you got money like that, you know what I'm saying? You got to be careful. She's 18 years old. She said she ain't have no family or whatever. You know what's so sad through all this, guys? Peep this, right? Now, we don't know. This person could be in the ground too. Let me bring it up and show you. I ain't want to bring it up because I want you to be like, you clocking somebody's money. But of course, people see that the public, people are supporting her. And I think that's a good thing. So justice for Kyrie. So Kyrie is a little boy who was killed by he was killed by his mom's, what did it say, a best friend, babysitter. She was babysitting him for months. He was just about to turn 2 years old. And yeah, blunt force trauma the babysitter did to that little baby. And they said she hit him so bad in the head that he was bleeding out of his ears. And he didn't make it. He was on life support for like a week. And it happened on June 13th. And then this week, he didn't make it. So I'll read this to the people who didn't see this. I did a video on this. So, hi, my name is Taylor Starks. I'm an 18-year-old teen mom. My son right now is currently fighting for his life in the hospital because I left him with someone I thought I could trust. She beat him badly. My baby had blood force. I feel like she meant to say blunt force trauma to the head, and was bleeding out of his ears, and his brain was swelling so badly that he needed brain surgery right away. This happened on Monday, June 13th. The incident happened at 10 p.m. and she did not contact me until 1:51 a.m. and sent me a picture of my baby asking, did he sleep like that? And his face was swollen and bruised. I made it to my son at 2:05. She tried to lie and say that he had an allergic reaction, was eating soap, and I believed her until the doctors told me otherwise. Every time I feel this story, I just can't believe. And it's like that woman, I don't wish death on nobody, but she need to die for doing that to that baby. That was horrible. She tried to lie and tell me that it was an allergic reaction to the soap. She trusted her. She felt betrayed. She would have done anything for the girl and her son, who was the same age. As the girl's daughter, who was the same age as her son, she's been watching her sons for months. So to know how hard it is to have to deal with a kid, she could have just told her before she did this. But it's no excuse for hurting him like this. Um, I've I've always been self-conscious of I'm keeping my son with, and this was my biggest fear, and it came true. Please, young moms, go with your gut feeling, and don't be so easily to trust people with your child. What was your gut feeling on? I don't want to question her through that because I know that girl is grieving. She's trying to do the best that she can. Cherish your babies with everything in you because I'm losing my whole world, and I don't wish this pain on nobody. I don't either. And that little girl, that little daughter, that's wrong. That's so wrong. Listen, I might steal shit. If I gotta watch your kids, I might drink their juices that you send with them. But hurting kids and just doing anything, I don't understand how she did that. That girl, I don't get it. I don't get the joy that people get out of, like, even it's like smacking somebody. Like, why would you even smack somebody's kid? You know that little kids, they so small that if they doing something, like, sit down, you could tap them on their shoulder and they gonna fall back. Sit your butt down. Sit down. Raise your voice a little bit. What did you have to do to him to make that happen? And it happened at 10 o'clock, she said, and she didn't contact me until 1:51 a.m. See? So, she had a $17,000 goal and she's raised $74,000. And then she said it was still people reaching out to her and they wanted to pay for the services for that baby. That's tragic. That's fucked up. Like, so I hope that what she's able to do, sometimes, I had somebody who I knew who they ended up losing one of their children and they had another baby immediately. I almost felt like they did it because they just needed to fill that void. But who knows what she'll do? It's her body, it's her choice, right? But maybe she'll take that money and she'll end up, being able to make a real huge change in her life. And hopefully she could be a voice for mothers who've gone through things like this. She's still young and she seemed like she got a lot of energy. I was looking at her Instagram page. She's a young girl and I'm pretty sure she has a lot of people around her who love her and support her. So she got a lot of people who's going to hold her down. Relocating, I don't know if would that make anything better for her. I don't think that would, to be honest, unless she's strong enough to make that move on her own and be independent in another city with those thoughts. Because I think at first when things happen, you do need your support system. After about a few months or a year, I think you can move on and, you still might need it. But I think she does. I think she's a business owner herself too. I don't know if she does nails or hair or something, but maybe that money will be able to take her to the next level or something. Maybe somebody, you know how celebrities, this story has been posted everywhere on all the blogs. This has been posted on the Shade Room. She had a lot of verified comment people, a lot of people with large followings talking about this. And, I believe that's what led to her raising that amount of money as well, which is good because she'll be able, I don't know if she got insurance, but she could get therapy. She could pay for some shit out of pocket and you could just do a lot with that and be able to change your life. So I'm glad that people poured into her like that. So I just wanted to share that. I can't with that story. That's why I haven't indulged. Me, I don't trust no one. Yeah. Hell yeah. Let me tell you, there's one girl who I know, she said the father made this funny comment when her baby was younger and she never trusts him being with her ever. And she says she tell the dad this and he thinks she playing, but she told her to get an abortion. And after the baby was born, after she was already here, he said, I told you to get an abortion. And she said, yeah, you'll never watch my daughter. She'll never be in your possession or anything like that. But she did kind of wave on it because what happened was the grandmother threw a party for her first birthday. And when they went up to where she was from, the grandmother kind of kept her, but she was with the grandmother, but the son was there. So it wasn't like she was just with him. And, she tried to she tried to be cordial and shit. But he did say that to her. He did say that, you should have got an abortion after the baby was here. That's horrible. Like, somebody else who I know that lived in Brooklyn. I don't even know. This might be a Google. You might be able to Google this story. But as I see, a lot of stories that happened when I was younger, they're not on the internet, especially at a certain time. I don't know when the internet just maybe started picking up at maybe like 2007, 8, and 9. But a lot of stories that happened in the early 2000s, I can't find those things. Like my friend who got stabbed by her mom's boyfriend, and she was nearly killed by her mom's boyfriend. So now I had to think about that and relive my teenage years. It was around the time of my birthday, because I remember it was my birthday. We all went bowling for my 18th birthday, and my friend was not able to be there because she had surgery because her mom's boyfriend tried to kill her because her son got killed. No, his son got killed. And then he ended up being this crazy man once he came home from prison and was basically tormenting or, messing with my friend's mom, or like basically pushing her away. But what she did wrong was, and this is why I'm saying, like, this is not wise. If you're going to start dealing with another man and you ain't coming home, and then your daughter's at home at the house where you pay rent at with this guy, like, that's why I'm telling. And this is the part where I try to tell you where I want to connect the puzzle to you. I say a lot on this channel that I feel bad for women, because a lot of the times, especially if you don't have brothers or a man dominant in your life, when a guy gets around you, he knows that. So when he know he can slap the shit out of you and there's no repercussions or anything like that, he's know that he's going to get through with it. Right? He knows that there's not going to be there's nothing, because you don't got no dudes you be around. Ain't nobody checking for you. And I feel sad for a lot of y'all, because that is the case, because a lot of y'all come from families where it's women or whatever the case may be. And we've seen what's happened in the news where women have tried to break up with men and they come and blast them off in the family around them, the women trying to hold them down. And that's even up for, did y'all remember that story that happened in Virginia? This woman tried to get away from this boy. She tried to break up with him. She was with her family and everything, and they was trying to support her and trying to like defend her from him, and he took all them out. Look it up. It happened around like somewhere, was it Norfolk or something like that in Virginia? That was a horrible story that happened this year too, that you probably forgot about because there's so many other tragic things happening. But yeah, so for ladies, it's hard sometimes to get away from people. But do you see what that could have changed in this situation? If my friend's mom, she was at another guy house, and you know what? Now that I think about it, my friend, right? She was the illest. She still is the illest even today. I remember she was saying that she was like, "Yo, I'm fucking mad at XYZ mother." She was like, "This bitch is in the hospital acting like XYZ, but you was at this nigga house while your daughter was home alone with this nigga. How you move on and start dating some other nigga?" And then she was in there, and of course she was upset and said, but she was performing. She was like, "Oh my god, this motherfucker," like she was going crazy. She was just like, and then she was crazy because they didn't know if he raped her. They did the test on him. He didn't do that. So he really just wanted her out. The mom tried to, he lost his son while he was locked up in prison. She was dating him while he was still in prison. Once he got out, the son was already gone. She was trying to get away from him because I'm sure he was toxic and had all type of mental issues or wasn't able to contribute to the household. But she moved on, and you chilling with some other nigga, and your daughter is getting stabbed in the head at home. So I did experience that in the early 2000s with dealing with that with one of my friends. So that was, I forgot about that. I really did till the other day. I was like, yeah, I've been through something like that. Yep. I remember being at that bowling alley, and I was like, damn, I wish XYZ was there. And I remember my friend told me, she told her, and she started crying because, yeah, we was tight like that. It was like, that was my birthday. You wasn't there at the bowling alley. That was the thing back in the early 2000s. It was the bowling alley heavy. Everybody wanted to be at the bowling alley. The funny thing about me was I loved the bowling alley, but I only went if it was things related to me. Like if it was my birthday and we was all turning up or some shit like that. But I wasn't there for the parties because it was always shooting there. Always. And my friend, she would always like, they would do some shit where they'd be like, we gonna parking lot pimp. So what they would do is they wouldn't go to the bowling alley, but it would be so much people up there that they would just go there and just chill and shit. So that was a thing for a minute back in the early 2000s. They would call that parking lot pimp. She's like, yeah, I'm not going out tonight, but I'm not going out to the club, but I am parking lot pimping tonight. That shit is crazy. That shit is crazy, the shit that we used to do in New York. And even the white people tried to catch on to our shit too. I don't know if they do that big in the South down here, but what they started doing was when we started doing parking lot pimping, what they would do was out in the white areas, like they would go to a McDonald's and they would all be out in the parking lot in that McDonald's doing all types of drugs. And it would be like all types of sports cars and shit like that. But like, yeah, that was the thing. I hope she has a support system. I can't begin to imagine the pain is going through. Shit. Could you imagine wanting to hurt that person who did that to your child too? Whew. That's deep. So listen, then Cardi B, she talking about she coming to the BET Awards. Now, you know Cardi B, she's not gonna get a BET Awards and anything that spectacular. She probably gonna give them some little urban single or whatever. And it's like, it just makes me think of when Nicki was like, she was like, you shouldn't have to use award shows to release your shit. Like, you know, when she was talking about herself, her own MO. But of course, you know, Cardi, she really even shouldn't be nominated to be on the BET Awards, to be honest with you. What song do she got to be nominated for a BET Award? What song did they put in this category? Do you remember? Drop it in the comments if you remember. Drop it in the comments if you remember. Matter of fact, it's been a minute. Let me go to a song real quick, and I'm going to come back, and we're going to finish up with that.
Girl, forward me the voicemail. Give me a couple of years. I guarantee the voice sell. You're a trip. How you forward me the voicemail? Give me a couple of years. I guarantee the voice sell. Girl, forward me the voicemail. Give me a couple of years. I guarantee the voice sell. And when your voice sell, and I'm doing well, gonna wish you wasn't whining, complaining. I'm in the door. Hey yo, some tried to lock it, but they could not stop it. Pop the dead bow. I'm hotter than these dudes when I'm dead broke. Pray not to be broke dead. So my nieces, nephews, and fam tell stories on how they broke bread through the toll booth in the Bentley. Go ahead. Them haters wonder, do we really own that? Worrying about what I boast. Yo, they be so mad and they be on my shit. Damn, I come through. They memorize the whole tag. Put on for my city like Young GZ. Initially from the jump start. Now they wanna jump charts. Drop good originals like KFC. I get the coupe customized and throw on the wing. And I'm from uptown, baby. Little ways from the Apollo. And you don't get twitted. Credit them hollows follow. But not that, girl. Forward me the voicemail. Give me a couple of years. I guarantee the voice sell. Girl, forward me the voicemail. Give me a couple of years. I guarantee the voice sell. You're a trip. How you forward me the voicemail? Give me a couple of years. I guarantee the voice sell. Girl, forward me the voicemail. Give me a couple of years. I guarantee the voice sell. And when your voice sell, and I'm doing well, gonna wish you wasn't whining, complaining. I'm in the door now. Yo, I don't need a fancy dish. Just let them anthems rip. No exec producing. There's a problem. Houston, open to criticism, but I got my own direction. If I song right, then I want up in that section. You need to foil me with royalties. I spruced up your quarterlies. Girls that wanna eat their cake too, they wanna order me. Nice and smooth shit. I can slide with dude chick and kiss her ass ease, put her at ease when she suck. I see some getting money chicks in a Yukon truck. I peep these Tahoes, trying floss in the Tahoe. 760 black on chrome. It's the black man wheels, get a black man dome. Yo, when thirsty dudes run in your crib, let's see who really got the juice. Never forget the name you rockin' to, Laurent. But not that, girl, forward me the voicemail. Give me a couple of years, I guarantee the voice sell. Girl, forward me the voicemail. Give me a couple of years, I guarantee the voice sell. You're a trip, how you forward me the voicemail? Give me a couple of years, I guarantee the voice sell. Girl, forward me the voicemail. Give me a couple of years, I guarantee the voice sell. And when your voice sell, and I'm doing well, gonna wish you wasn't whining, complaining. I'm in the door now. Girl, forward me the voicemail. Give me a couple of years, I guarantee the voice sell. You're a trip, how you forward me the voicemail? Give me a couple of years, I guarantee the voice sell. Girl, forward me the voicemail. Give me a couple of years, I guarantee the voice sell. And when your voice sell, and I'm doing well, gonna wish you wasn't whining, complaining. I'm in the door now. Yo, I sent a message like this, yo. You're a trip, how you forward me the voicemail? Give me a couple of years, I guarantee the voice sell. Girl, forward me the voicemail. Give me a couple of years, I guarantee the voice sell. And when your voice...
Thank you. I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? That comes from a long way of mastering your shit. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. I appreciate that. So please make sure you check out my music on Spotify, Apple Music. Search Laurent Voicemail. If you search that, you'll be able to find everything else that's connected to it, circles, all of that shit. You know what I'm saying? So I had a great session at the studio the other day. I gotta go back today because I gotta tighten that shit up. But I had a good session. And so let's bring this Cardi B shit up on the neighborhood talk. Yeah. A prized possession, but not picture perfect. I give advice over my meals because I think you're worth it. I'm flawed like your name when I write it out in cursive. I know my angel's lurking, even if I attend your service. Help me complete my purpose. Keep me safe from them jealous ones that can't tell us none. Broke hitters, that dirt weed is the same ones that can't sell us none. Rap game, everybody want to deal with the hell is sell us something. The way they ride them ways, I'm fuck around and get a sell us something. Defeating all my weaknesses. I don't even know what weak it is, but the best is yet to come. Sometimes it's hard for you to see it big. The hurt and pain and trauma is still strengthening up my armor. I know people wishing me bad. I know they still getting that karma. Yeah. I can't wait till that release. Y'all gonna love that. It sounds really, 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 really good. So what's she talking about?
Y'all too be
she look
Sunday. I have a special surprise. I have a special surprise. No. And I'm not telling y'all these type of things like, oh. No, I'm not telling y'all this shit for sympathy and shit. I'm just telling y'all,
Shut your stupid ass up.
telling y'all this. I'm on live. Now, bitch, now my shit gonna go on mute because you wanna motherfucking call me. I love my bitch though, but she be doing that shit on purpose. Anyways, bitch took off my whole filter and everything. Now, anyways, yeah, special surprises. I'm telling y'all. That's why I'm getting on live telling y'all because I feel like it's very motherfucking suspicious. But yeah. Anyways, tune in Sunday for BET Awards. I got a special surprise. And
or her whip shot. She a whip shot thot. She a whip shot. She a whip shot thot. She a whip shot. She a whip shot thot. She a whip shot thot. She a whip shot thot. She a whip shot. She a whip shot thot. She a whip shot. She a whip shot thot. She a whip shot. She a whip shot thot. She a whip shot thot.
Yeah, watch out. Some motherfucking weird shit is going on. Something's in the water. Some shit is in the water. I'm telling y'all. Somebody said go vegan. It doesn't matter if you go vegan, bro, because they might put some shit in the motherfucking corn. They putting that shit on everything. I'm telling y'all. Anyways.
What?
Y'all tune in.
Tune into the EBT Awards. Cardi B will be having an announcement. She'll be having an announcement. Bill Bellamy is disappointed in the family dispute has caused him to miss his dad's funeral. What? Let's see what he's talking about right here. Let's see what them talk about. So Bill Bellamy is disappointed that a family dispute caused him to miss his dad's funeral. His sister planned their dad's funeral the same day as his father's-in-law in a different state against his wishes. Well, if somebody died at the same time, maybe you're not. I don't know. But which one did you want to be at? You know what I'm saying? It comes down to that. I don't like the mental tricks with that. Father-in-law, the same day as his father-in-law in a different state. Which one did you want to be at? Which one was more important? I think that if you was at your in-laws should have understood that your dad's funeral was the same day. So where did you want to be? You understand what I'm saying? Don't let these people play games with you on you. This is what I'm saying. You got to have the tenacity to deal with their audacity. I don't know how much money Bill Bellamy got. Maybe that comes down to a money thing. But if your real dad dies and your stepdad dies at the same time, which funeral are you going to be at? You tell me. Maybe, but you know what? This also could be some truth to it too. Maybe Bill Bellamy wasn't close to his real dad. That could. Well, no. I'm sorry. That's not that. His in-law, his father-in-law. So that's his. Maybe he was closer to his in-law. You never know. You know what I'm saying? So neighbors, I'm just saying, I don't like the mental gymnastics like that, because if your father-in-law and then your real dad died and it's the same day, which one you gonna pick? I think that's up to you. You know what I'm saying? But I think most people would probably say they real dad. Most people would probably say they real dad. I think it might depend. I don't know, but I don't know. Her voice irks my soul. She used to be put in their mouth. Let me see, because that shit froze up for a second. So let me just go down. So neighbors, comedian Bill Bellamy is in deep mourning after a family dispute prevented him from attending his own father's funeral. Bellamy's father-in-law died in May, and his biological father died in June, but his family decided to have the funerals on the same weekend against his wishes. Bellamy exclusively told TMZ that he's heartbroken about the decision when his father-in-law died May 17th. His wife already planned to have his funeral on June 24th. This was planned before the biological father unexpectedly passed away on June 8th. His sister Karen made the decision to have their father's funeral on the same day in a different state, despite Bill pleading to change the date. But what you got to realize is that superstar shit that you're doing like that, having a funeral a whole month away, sometimes it's just not the move for certain people. A lot of people, if somebody dies, they don't want to keep their body around. They want to get that money clear from the insurance, and especially if they could put them away good, they want to give them and put them away. They don't want to be moping on this for weeks and weeks and weeks to come. You can't keep changing dates and shit like that for people. Just because it works like that for you, it don't mean it works for everybody. And I just feel like you got to realize that some shit. I don't know the complete cause of that, but yeah, you can't just because you Bill Bellamy. Nah. Let's see. How did y'all like Summer Walker's pictures? I didn't like it personally. I didn't, but I'm keeping my comments to myself. But what did you guys think about it? Somebody said Summer Walker, okay, sis. Oh, my sis pregnant again. I knew it. She been giving hints that she was pregnant. Oh, she's pregnant. Okay. Congratulations. I knew she was pregnant. Also, Summer Walker is pregnant again. Congratulations. Young Devin drops decisions after making waves with Rap Beef. So I don't want to click on that because Def Jam is definitely going to get me with the Def Jam is definitely going to, they don't play that shit when it comes to uh copyright and shit like that. And I don't got time for that. So Tina Lawson, so she spoke up about this whole Roe versus Wade, and she said, Tina Lawson says it's time to make some noise. If we let this slide, we will be put back into slavery. He should also reconsider being such a tool and coon for the right wing. What's next? So this country will be only straight white males. Trust me, if this slide, will be back in slavery. This America, people, make some noise. You know, America, people are going crazy literally over this. And I would listen, this is something I actually wanted to touch on from yesterday too. We about to see abortions by Mia. Oh shit. Yo, that's crazy. They said we about to start seeing abortions by Mia on Instagram now. Oh my God. Yo, laughing, but it was abortions by Abigail 70 years ago. That's true though. Chelsea Alana said that. Everyone is upset at the joke, but who's upset with those that don't vote in local state elections? Who's upset about this new Supreme Court justices dang near lying under oath during their background pizza? Ooh, why did I say pizza? Because that pizza is on my mind. I really want it. Do you really want to touch it? Do you really want to for me tonight? Oh, oh. And if you know how I like it when you're coming, baby, give it to me now. Would you just put that to me and put that to you and put that give it to me. Can you be serious for a second, please? Miss Mia would be booked up for real. They're already doing dental work. This is about to be the real Flat Tummy Tea era. I love dark humor. I shouldn't be laughing at this. I believe it's since y'all getting braces but people house and shit. All jokes aside, this is what's going to happen. All jokes aside, there's definitely a lot to be secret abortion places. Y'all watch, y'all. Exactly. Funny how time flies. Wait a we just begun. Ghetto Lows. Y'all remember that shit by Mr. Cheeks Renee? Everybody, when that shit used to come out, everybody used to act like they were so hood doing the lyrics. The ghetto love was the love that I live by. Day by day, I wonder why my shorty had to die. This is my ghetto princess. I give it up for my shorty. Yeah. I'm pledging $500K for my upcoming tour to Planned Parenthood abortion rights. Live Nation agreed to match it to $1 million. I think that's amazing, Lizzo. And I'm glad that you came out with another song after Cardi B's Rumors, because I don't think Rumors would have put you on the road to be able to make that money like how you make it now with that new song that's doing so good and climbing on Spotify every day. Shout out to Lizzo for getting a new song and not feeling like, Cardi wasn't that girl. She wasn't going to save you and get that smash that you was like, you was looking for. I know y'all think that Cardi, she does good on her own because the label pushes those songs that she comes out with. When she does songs with other artists on other labels, they don't do as good because they don't have the mechanisms in place to be able to make it look like more than what it really is. So shout out to Lizzo for getting a hit record to be able to go on road. She's going to be going on tour. I think Lotto going on tour with her. So, she's donating $500K to the Planned Parenthoods. And I think that's good. I hope she followed through and keep her word. You know what I'm saying? There's other clinics that are nationwide that do abortions too. Let's not skip them. Pay attention to where the companies stand and if your favorite artist is going to use their voices. PP has enough money. Smaller organizations need the funds. That's right, Lizzo. Show female empowerment. I think that's dope that Lizzo is doing that. Funny how time flies. What do we just begun? So that lady, the artist of songs sampled in Beyonce's new record, Break My Soul, says that she found out her song was used to social media. A singer knows her song So this was posted the other day. So neighbors, get into this. Singer Robin S., who sang the popular 90s hit Show Me Love, speaks out about her song being sampled in Beyonce's comeback single, Break My Soul. Robin says she didn't even know her song was being used by Queen Bee until she saw it on social media. Robin appeared on Good Morning Britain earlier this week to talk about once-in-lifetime opportunity to have Beyonce sample her song. Robin says that she is very grateful to have her work reemerge and says that she didn't even know it was being used. It doesn't have to be confirmed. A singer knows her song. She began, my son called me and was like, Mom, you're trending all over the place. Beyonce put her song out and it showed me love and you're trending everywhere. So shout out to her. You know what I'm saying? Let's see.
Called me and he's like, Mom, you're trending all over the place. You know, Beyonce put her song out and it showed me love and you're trending everywhere. Maybe we can do a collab together. You know, I mean, that's always a dream.
That would be dope if you. Oh, we're not playing. Oh, yeah, no, we're not doing that. So that would be dope, though. You know, Beyonce always has ways of doing her performances over and over and shit. So, you know, doing classic performance, even if she performed that song 50 times, she might do a version with the original woman and just make her come out. And, you know, that would be dope. Roe Vs Wade overturned. Gas is $5. Rent is $2,000. And girls are charging $500 for knotless braids. Send the flood. That shit had me dying yesterday when I read it. Dead ass. I need to show this to my niece because she's talking about doing knotless braids for free on her friend's head. I'm definitely going to send that to her. We're going to send that to her. Did y'all hear about this story? I read about this yesterday. So sad. A 3-year-old boy found dead inside a freezer at Detroit home. Police say his body was decomposed when discovered. So neighbors say, wait, neighbors, this story is sad. A blind 3-year-old boy was found dead in a freezer in Detroit basement. Police stated they were unsure how long the boy was missing or dead, but his body was decomposing when it was discovered. Police were originally sent to the home to perform a welfare check. When they arrived, police were suspicious of the people inside by how they were talking to them. They tried to turn them away, but the police decided to explore the house more and called Child Protection Services for assistance. When they entered the basement, that's when they discovered the 3-year-old decomposing body stuffed inside of a freezer. They were unsure how long the child was missing or dead. Neighbors told Fox 2 that they hadn't seen the child since March. Fucked up people. We don't know how long the child had been missing. Neighbors had speculated that they had not seen the child. Detroit Police Captain Kimberly Blackwell said the police said that there were 5 other children inside the house at the time of the discovery. The house was reportedly in poor condition. So living in squalor. The mother had been arrested and currently in custody, and investigation is currently underway. This is terrible. Wow. All types of mental illness and shit going on through that. So yeah, abortion should be legal, because if you don't want no baby to be here and go through stuff like that, you should have a right. And who knows what that, I don't know. That's fucked up. Ain't no, that's so unfair for that baby to be, to go through that. Let's see if there's anything on here worth, let's see what she's talking about.
You see this turnout here? You ain't seen nothing yet.
She got that good church wig like nigga with that fried chicken and mac and cheese and potato salad and sing a ballad.
Women are going to control their bodies.
She looking for them collards. She looking for you. I ain't got them collards.
No matter how.
She like, no, them young people, they like to put that cabbage mixed in them collards. I just want collards only.
They try and stop us. The hell with the Supreme Court. We will defy them. Women will be in control of their
What a cornbread at, nigga.
bodies. And if they think black women are intimidated or afraid, they got another thought coming. Black women will be out in droves. We will be out by the thousands. We will be out by the millions. We're going to make sure we fight for the right to control our own bodies. Thank you.
That's
You
a
see
fact.
this turnout here? You ain't seen nothing.
You ain't seen nothing yet, nigga. Where that cornbread and mashed, yeah, we're all at. We're always the ones fighting, says Gabs Angelica. That's true. Come through, Auntie. They got another one coming through. My favorite saying from my elder. Nah, no fighting me. All the women that voted for these old ass white men to be in office after we tried to tell them. And my granny voice, let them fight. So more babies getting killed because they want to tell us what to do with our bodies. This is why people are killing their kids now. I do believe that. Definitely. We talked about that Azealia Banks shit yesterday. Make sure you check my video that I did on Azealia Banks talking all this dumb shit. It would be interesting to hear what other people are saying.
Beyonce has been trying to write me out of my own narrative for like years at this point. Like, this is so fucking weird. So, early Azealia Banks records. Okay, so
we ain't even playing this because I'm gonna feel compelled to do commentary all over again, and that's not necessary. I just want to read the comments. So somebody said it's the drugs for me. Somebody need to talk to her. She tripping, cocaine or not, girl? What? The way she got beef with everybody, celebrity, is funny to me. Beyonce don't even speak, and this is why, huh? Laughing when she was just healing, she pops out again. Sigh. Beyonce don't do nothing to nobody, but y'all always got her name in their mouth. Cocaine is a hell of a drug. Because, girl, what? We don't care. Kaya voice. Beyonce don't know you, girl. Girl, Beyonce doesn't know you. How? She don't even talk. Beyonce is one artist that never says anything, but yeah, keep her name in her mouth. So you see what I'm saying? It's like Azealia, you're not getting the love that you think you're getting. You're not. Come on. Name your queen. Who do you think is taking home the BET award? Doja Cat better get it. Doja Cat better get it. I don't feel like Cardi B deserves to be really nominated, honestly. Lotto deserves to be there. Nicki had a song. Megan, she had what? That shit? What song do Cardi B got? She looked like I don't know. She looked crazy in that picture. She looked crazy. The guy looked crazy. President Biden speaks on the overturning of Roe versus Wade. I ain't bringing that up. And Cardi B with that dumb. And then she, people was going at her saying that she ain't posted about Roe versus Wade. What I personally said about that is that Cardi don't care about Roe versus Wade because now she has the money to be able to have all the kids that she wants to. She is no longer on WIC anymore, so she doesn't have to be concerned about, things like that. So Cardi doesn't give a shit about Roe versus Wade. You know what I'm saying? And that's that. She is the Lady Trump. She had the same wig as James Brown. This hair was a comb over toupee. You crazy. Cardi looks very ancient in that picture. Yuck. She looked crazy in her face. The gal look really crazy. She looked flushed out. Oh, let me bring this video up of Nicki Minaj from her come up days. I love this video. I've seen it before. I know somebody, I read a comment. Somebody was like, they felt like, where was this video at this whole time? But I've seen this video before. It just surfaces every here and there. But let me bring it up. I had just liked it or something on Twitter. Always like, yo, Trey, could you get me a bottle of rosé? Okay, let's get it now. I'm with he's with it. I ain't seen. Let's see. Please make sure you subscribe, like this video, like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification, all notifications. Let's see. This is a video right here, and let me share it. Do you think you could buy me a bottle of rosé? Okay, let's get it now. Make a broke bitch better. I got that kind of wait. They say which type of low made $1 million off. Yo, I just want to say this too, right? Nicki, like, I hope she wears that shit again because that was those bracelets that she wore on that MTV special. I think she did. Those was the bracelets that she had that had all the different gems in it. She never wore that shit again. That bracelet is so fire. She never wore that shit again. I know that shit cost some money too. Like, it got all of the gems. It got rubies in it, all that shit. Like, I wonder why she never wore that again. That shit is blinging. I wonder. I always was wondering. I'm like, yo, I remember when Nicki came out, she had these bracelets that had like all different colored gems, and she stopped wearing it. So with celebrities, they get shit, and it's for an era, and they be off of it. But yeah, that shit was dope. I got that kind of wait mixtape, which bitch mixtape. That was just a keepsake. Brought the president, the presidential. That was just a. He got the. I ain't talking about the say. Scratch that. Ha 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 ha. Fuck, I look like ho. I look like yes, and you look like no. I'm a bad bitch. I ain't never been a mixed breed on the diet, but I'm doing donuts in the 6 speed. M6 in front of M2. Can I get that margarita on the rock? Can I get rim? Always like, yo, you could buy me a bottle of rose. Okay, let's get it now. He's with a friend. Keys to the Benz. Keys to the Benz. Try to get, I'm a stuffer. Fucker. Excuse me, I'm sorry. I rep Young Money, baby, and we be doing donuts. We raping the 380. We give a lot of money to the babies out in Haiti screaming. Rest in peace to Anna Nicole Smith. I'm looking for a cutie, a real big girl with no booty. Everything's like a kitty cat, and if you let me touch her, you know you're not a bluffer. I could need to go see Usher. You need to cup of hoes like Santa. I got that. Whoa, I'm hotter than 100 degrees. Whoa. A lot of bread, whoa, no sesame seeds. If I'm in your city, I'm signing them tickle biddies. I'm cutting on how I could get Cassie away from Diddy. But rather than I should get the everybody loves Raymond. Yeah. First things first, I'll eat your brain. And I'm a goatee for fangs, because that's what the motherfucker monster do. Hairdresser from Milan, that's the monster. Monster Giuseppe Hill, that's the monster too. Young Money is the, and the Ross crew. And I'm all up in the bank with the funny face. And if I'm fake, I ain't know it, because my money is. So let me get this straight. Wait, I'm the rookie, but my shows 10 times you pay. 50K for a verse, no album out. Yeah, my money's so long that my Barbies gotta claim it. Hotter than the Middle Eastern claim it. Ain't it? Tony Lata around dirty Wayne it. The stupid ass people from the damn thing talking about Cardi was dirty whining. That's not dirty whining. People dumb as hell. Somebody, I think they was talking about Young Devin new song. They was like, what do you think about this new drill song? I'm like, it's not drill, you asshole. That's not a drill song. People are stupid. I'ma be the best me is all I gotta do. I'ma be the best me. I deserve the best things. I don't need no sympathy. People gonna remember me when they bet against me. Them people gonna lose. I'ma be the best me, but what I gotta prove? I'ma be the best me. You deserve the best thing. Call before your jet leaves. All the ones in memory. We could feel your energy. We send our love to you. I face myself in verses. They just okay with verses. I want the best me, so I figured I'd create the version with all tires, y'all liars, and them lanes are swerving. My wordplay be perfect placement. I know it makes you nervous. Couldn't pay my mom's back, even with the latest purses. You prayed away them curses all them days you stayed in churches. Your little boys, I know you hated how we played the cursing. That rap music drawing fluence and it played its purpose. Yo, you know what I wanted to know? How did you guys think about Zach Campbell's new video and song? Tell me how you felt about that. I didn't really like it, to be honest with you. Please don't break my flow. I didn't like it. What did you feel about Zach Campbell's new video? Did you like the song and video? If you liked it, press 1. If you didn't like it, press 2. If you don't care, press 3. Let me know what you think about that. Let's see. Can I get that? Can I get that? Can I get that? Can I get that? Can I get that margarita on the rocks? Can I get salt all around that rim tray? Always like, yo, Trey. You didn't watch it? Okay. I'ma be the best me is all I gotta do. I'ma be the best me. I deserve the best things. I don't need no sympathy. People gonna remember me when they bet against me. Them people gonna lose. I'ma be the best me, but what I gotta prove? I'ma be the best me. I deserve the best thing. Yeah. Yeah, we gotta make moves today. A prized possession, but not picture perfect. I give advice over raw meals because I think you're worth it. I'm flawed like your name when I write it down in cursive. I know my angel's lurking, even if I attend your service. That was pretty blow for me to do because I would never typically go over a verse like that. Like as far as like starting a verse like that, but I still felt like it was good. It's a risk. It's like I feel like every time when you I feel like when you start recording, I feel like you should push yourself like every time to like do things that you didn't do. So that's kind of like melodic. So I never started my verse off like that though. A prized possession, but not picture perfect. I give advice over raw meals because I think you're worth it. I'm flawed like your name when I write it out in cursive. I know my angel's lurking, even if I attend your surface. Help me complete my purpose. Keep me safe from them jealous ones that can't tell us none. Broke hitters, that dirt weed is the same ones that can't sell us none. Yeah, you got to flip that shit up. Let them niggas think they got comfortable real quick, and then you go right back to that flow. I love that shit. It's going to be dope. I love old school music. They're playing basketball. They playing basketball. Oh shit, hold on. So this nigga is wilding. They need to take lessons. Let's see. Yes, I can always go back. Let's see. Oh, I forgot it's a battle rap day too. Queen of the Ring having their battles. I don't know if I'm gonna do the. Any of y'all watch Queen of the Ring? They having their battles today. Challenges, yeah, I'm going through them challenges. I paid my bills, roll up the best and try to balance it. Challenges, yeah, I'm going through them challenges. I seen hip hop push a few artists that's not talented.
518, Rap City, Rap City, yo, boy LaRon. Yo, these niggas already know, man. What the fuck they know? We on that 518 shit. What else, man? We on that live 18 shit, okay? And yeah, yo. Let's get into specifics, man. Let's go. Yo, challenges, yeah, I'm going through them challenges. I pay my bills, roll up the best and try balance it. Challenges, yeah, I'm going through them challenges. I seen hip hop push a few artists that's not talented. Whole bunch of certifications for a pile of shit. And the ones that don't write they raps, they be vile as shit. They wrote the title too, so what are you entitled to? And we don't know if you wrote that. Quote that. Rapping all out of your chest, but you ain't know that. Ghost Rider carried the guns. You ain't told that. Fuck around, I'm hitting the messenger with that toe tag, and you eighth copping niggas ain't fucking with that dope bag. Shit's about to get real. It's gonna be so sad, and the ones that be faking streams hate to see it. I rap around my own shit, nigga. I hate to see it. It's like it's clown shit going on, but they don't hate to be it. Yo, challenges, yeah, I'm going through them challenges. I pay my bills, roll up the best, and try to balance it. Challenges, yeah, I'm going through them challenges. My heart broke, it's hard to cope and try to manage it. 50 niggas rushing your spot and start damage shit. Niggas start hitting start scrambling. This ain't fake, this is real hip hop. I know my ops keep pushing for my shit to flop. Call up. Yo, Vontae, you crazy. Vontae, you crazy. So listen, guys, I think I done ran the rhythm to that. Is there anything else I could talk about? Is there anything else I could walk about? Which I think Megan, of course, Megan is gonna be at the BET Awards tomorrow. You think she's gonna be there? Nicki got the show next week. Do you think Nicki gonna be at BET tomorrow? I don't need no sympathy. We don't gonna remember me and people gonna lose. I'ma be the best me, but what I gotta prove, I'ma be the best me. I deserve the best things. Call before your jet leaves, all the ones in memory. Yeah. I want to see the BET ratings. Rate live today, and I will get Hulu smiles. Yeah, get Hulu to support Nicki. You know what I'm saying? She's gonna be performing at the Essence next week. It'll be streaming live and all that. So streaming live from New Orleans.
hate that shit. Anyway, let me get this off the screen. You know what I mean? Hold on. Yeah. Have me listening to her right now. Have me listening. Like, I feel like people want to tune in just to see who's going to look a hot mess. A prized possession, but not picture perfect. I give advice over our meals because I think you're worth it. I'm flawed like your name when I write it out in cursive. I know my angel's lurking, even if I attend your service. Help me complete my purpose. Keep me safe from them jealous ones that can't tell us none. Broke hitters, that dirt weed is the same ones that can't sell us none. Yo, I had to switch the lyrics up in that shit because I ain't want no curses to be in my shit because I feel like this is a clean song. I made it to verse 2 and I had 2 curse words and I said, nah, I got to take them out because we made it to most of the song with no curse words. But I was like, if I'm not going to get to the end and say fuck, like, you know, I'm anticipating who's going to win female hip hop awards because Cardi B flopping hard and can't compete with, I feel like Omarion did horrible. I like Mario, of course. I didn't even watch the whole versus battle. I was watching it on YouTube on the channel, but I wasn't really into it. I felt like Pleasure Please. I felt like his energy was good. It's 5 in the morning and I'm up talking dirty to you. You, yeah. You know I'm on a hotline. I'm up talking dirty to you. Let's talk about sex, baby. Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about moms and girls. Let's talk about me and love. Let's talk dirt to you, baby. On the hotline. That was my shit. So I liked when he performed that. I don't care what nobody said about the performance. I felt like it was good. I'm good. That's a major move to get your performance on these major apps. To shout out to her because I was not getting back to see her. Cause even in a good way, I'm good. That's major to get your performance on. Yeah, Taylor, I wasn't going to get that shot either, so I understand what you say. Cause I'm good. Ooh. I'm good. I'm good. Wasn't Pleasure P a pedal too? Oh shit. Lying with me. I'm in line. Lying with me. I'm in line. Lying with me. The time we'll see. That was my shit. I like that song. I don't know. I have to look that up. I ain't gonna look it up now and kill the vibe. You know what I'm saying? We just talking about the music, but I did like that song. It's vibe in the morning, and then they did a remix too. Let's talk about sex, baby. Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about. I wouldn't be surprised. All right, yeah, it's time to go. I've been up here 2 hours. Let's leave on the note over here. Let's do what we want to do. Let's do Here We Go before we get out of here. This is your boy LaRon, female rapper lead. I appreciate all of y'all stopping by, talking, chatting, all of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Please make sure you subscribe to the video, subscribe to the channel, like the video, leave your comments. Let me know what you think about the Roe versus Wade and, you know, what we discussed. And, you know, I do understand women do get the brunt of the burden many times when it comes to, you know, this whole life with children and, you know, the daily in and outs of the days and being responsible and, you know, having to have the money and having to make sure that, you know, a lot of women are fortunate. I'm not trying to say that there are no good guys out there. We know that there's a lot of good guys out there, but let's be honest. A lot of us came from single moms and we seen how hard it was like to just even to keep food on the table sometimes. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I think that everything requires some sort of limitation. So I think that the way that things are, maybe they should just keep them the way that they are and let people just have their constitutional rights to be able to abort when they feel need. Like I told you, when I was a young boy, the girls I was around, they was get abortion in a heartbeat. Like, what? Yeah. Wait. So Beyonce's Break My Soul is expected to debut on #1 on the song sales from a partial week. It will mark her milestone 10th #1 hit on the #1 chart. So that's dope. Shout out to Beyonce. Beyonce. Like and hit Laurent's Cash App. Yes, please support the show through Cash App. Yes, please. Because you know my shit is not monetized right now. They try to play me. I like and subscribe. Thank you. I appreciate that. So listen, y'all. I hope all of y'all have a blessed weekend. You know what I'm saying? Get out, do some shit. Be safe, nonetheless. Biden bitch ass could have killed a filibuster and stop so much evil. Exactly, but he didn't. And you notice they said throughout that report I was reading that he mentioned it, but there was no plan to action. Basically, there was no plan to action. He knew what the fuck he was doing. People do shit where they try to do this little roundabout ass conversation, but they don't really give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? They don't. So listen, this is your boy LaRaw, female rap elite. I'm out. Peace.
Here we go, I'm glad I'm doing it all. I'm glad I'm putting it down. I got this thing off the ground. It wasn't easy, yo, when they expect you to lose. And it's your choice if you choose. Keep my movement on the move. Let's go. Here we go. I take the good with the bad. I swear there's no looking back. Just focus on where I'm at. They tried to count me out. Only God knows when I'm done. I'm shining just like the sun. Until then I'm having fun. You feel me? This one goes out to those feeling hopeless. It's a struggle, that's the reason why I wrote this. But take your iPhone out and note this. And type out, turn pain into focus. And keep it moving, stay focused on your routine. Your past failed, let's get you on the new things. That past stuff don't define you. I had to drop this track to remind you. Yo, I did my best after dealing with stress. Keep fighting under pressure, it's all a test. They thought that I was done, yeah, I hear they upset. Assumed that I was finished and they probably had bets. But I just kept on working on my bars, yo. I went from mixtape straight into song mode. Now my CD's got a barcode. All my tracks on iTunes you can download. But yo, this for y'all who persevered, who did it all alone with no person there. Don't even be mad, don't curse or swear, cause the good thing about it is you're prepared. I learned a lesson through the depression. I had to cross people out, yeah, I made corrections. Y'all could count me out, cause I count on me. I'm in a brand new place where I'm proud to be. Let's go. Here we go, I'm glad I'm doing it all. I'm glad I'm putting it down. I got this thing off the ground. It wasn't easy, yo, when they expect you to lose. And it's your choice if you choose. Keep my movement on the move. Let's go. Here we go. I take the good with the bad. I swear there's no looking back. Just focus on where I'm at. They tried to count me out. Only God knows when I'm done. I'm shining just like the sun. Until then I'm having fun. You feel me? It's a real cold world that we living in. But stay strong, don't let them see you giving in. Cause people laugh at the hell that you living in. And make jokes when your options is limited. He'll be the ones telling you what's up. Only come around when they use you up. And that's the reason you ain't really got nothing. That's not your real friends and I'm not fronting. The difference between me and the competition, they rely on crews and I'm self-sufficient. Yeah, I cut people off when I had suspicions. I just felt bad vibes in my intuitions. But I'm up, I don't care if you down. I swam through deep water when you prayed I drowned. Took flights out of town, never stayed around. And thank God when the plane lands safe on ground. But this for my people living with restrictions. Going hard trying to kick addictions. You could do it here, my conviction. This is true story, we don't deal with fiction. Let the song lift you up, take this as a keepsake. You deserve it all, don't deal with cheapskates. LeBron on the track, yo, it's more than just he say. My first week I need it like it's Jordan release date. Here we go, I'm glad I'm doing it all. I'm glad I'm putting it down. I got this thing off the ground. It wasn't easy, yo. Yo, there's too much money out here to be getting. If you ain't got no drive to get none, I can't trust you. I won't trust you. If you ain't got no drive to get no money, I can't trust you. You ain't trying to grind to get no money, I can't trust you. If you ain't really trying to touch no money, I can't trust you. I can't trust you, I just can't trust you. If you ain't got no drive to get no money, I can't trust you. You ain't trying to grind to get no money, I can't trust you. If you ain't really trying to touch no money, I can't trust you. I can't trust you, I just won't trust you. Let that money pile, stack it up. 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 Yo, Long road to the riches. I need my cash past the amounts of 6 figures. It's too much money out here to be stagnant. I go get it. Don't just be wishing I could have it. Savage. I splurge, but I let that money build and stack. Being broke, nah, I ain't got no time for that. I wanna be touring, plus rocking Ralph Lauren, just busting they mouth, just leaving they mouth pouring. And since it's all about the Benjamins, I'm keeping Hamiltons and Grants about in my pants. I put mansions in the hood if given the chance. Send a stage with that mic, let me show you my stance and shit. You sitting there, just sitting there. I'm on the path towards success and I'm getting there. Your life went down the drain and you didn't care. You sitting there, just sitting there. If you ain't got no drive to get no money, I can't trust you. You ain't trying to grind to get no money, I can't trust you. If you ain't really trying to touch no money, I can't trust you. I can't trust you, I just can't trust you. If you ain't got no drive to get no money, I can't trust you. You ain't trying to grind to get no money, I can't trust you. If you ain't really trying to touch no money, I can't trust you. I can't trust you, I just won't trust you. Let that money pile, stack it up. 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 Yo, before you walk, you gotta crawl. I deposit my own money and I withdraw. Steady popping out on some shit they never saw. Got them filled with excitement, they drop their jaw. Basically, go over financials, I be checking what my savings be. Cause I can't rely on nobody coming saving me. Same ones that turned their back, they wanna wave at me. But come wait on me, tips for the waiters be. I don't rely on nobody, that's that old living. I said I do this shit myself, I'm goal driven. My plane waiting on me and I gotta go in it. From the ghetto, your chain metal ain't got no gold in it. I can't stop y'all from robbing and stealing. I know I just need my cash when I get that feeling. Now picture me straight broke, slacking, chilling. I'm hungry too.